Have you ever wondered how some people can produce explosive and amazing results? Well, you came to the right video, because in this video, I'm going to show you 3 simple tips on how to become or how to identify force multipliers. And we're starting right now.
This is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like.
I've been admiring and reading up on several high-performing project leaders, people leaders, and sales executives in the past 16 years. And there was one common denominator that I noticed and that they all possess. They all implemented what the military calls force multipliers in their lives. Let's first understand what a force multiplier really means. So simply put, force multipliers are tools and processes that can help you amplify your effort to produce more with less. Investing in force multipliers today means that you'll get more done with the same amount of effort. Does that sound good to you? Let's look at professional sports as an example. What do you think professional teams and franchises do every year when they're rebuilding their teams? And that is drafting new powerhouse players. Well, those powerhouse players is what we call force multipliers. Why are they considered this? Well, these types of individuals not only possess athletic abilities, but they become playmakers, they motivate, they mentor, and last but not least, they will know how to leverage other people's unique capabilities and strengths in the field. Now, back to the 3 simple tips. The first, and I feel is the most impactful, is managing our time. That's right, time management. Let's start by asking ourselves, with all the technology, tools, tips, and tricks around time management, that we still find ourselves always falling behind every day. How is it that we work longer hours, we're moving and working faster than ever in history, but yet we're always behind and can never seem to catch up on our work? Now, how is it that we know so much about time management, but yet stress and anxiety is at the all-time high? Friends, the old 2-dimensional way of managing time by prioritizing them, using the importance and urgency calculator, no longer works in today's world. Think about it. This 2-dimensional way of thinking is only sequencing your to-do list by priority. It's not really giving you more time in the day. I'm sure you've heard people say, I'm juggling so many things today that I can't keep up. Does that sound familiar to you? By the way, there's nothing wrong with this approach if it's working for you. So how will this look if we add a 3rd dimension? Let's look at this holistically. Instead of looking at just the urgency, which is how soon does it matter, and the importance, which is how much does it matter, let's add that 3rd dimension, significance, which is how long does it matter? This 3rd significance calculator, my friends, is the game changer for some people. And this is why some people create explosive and exponential and amazing results in such a short period of time. The steps that a force multiplier we use to manage our daily tasks is going to go through this funnel that you're seeing to my left. The first step that a force multiplier will do with their task is to determine if this task can be eliminated. Is it even worth doing? It's not about what you do, but it's about what you don't do today to give you more time tomorrow. Now, step number 2, if you can't eliminate the task, then is it possible to automate the task? What can I automate today that can give me more time tomorrow? A few examples that you can implement in your project today. Why don't you automate your weekly status report so that it automatically emails to your customers? Email them even for the weeks that you're not meeting with them. Second example, add some automation to your action log. Add some reminders to all the resources that's assigned to all the activities in your action log. Send reminders 1 or 2 days prior to the deadline. Adding these types of automations to your artifacts will not only keep your project on time, but will help you save time. Remember, automation is to your time exactly what compounding interest is to your money. Yes, you heard me. Automation is to your time exactly what compounding interest is to your money. Just like compounding interest makes money out of money, automation takes time and makes more time with that. The same way we think about time should be the same way successful people think about money. Now, if it can't be eliminated, it can't be automated. Now let's look at this task and see if it can be delegated. Correct, delegated. It might sound easy to you, but delegating work is not as easy as it sounds. Do you know why most people have a hard time delegating work? I'm sure you've heard these before. Number 1, fear of failure. What if the person that I'm delegating this work to fails? Well, the reality is that everyone makes mistakes. Mistakes can be excellent learning opportunities to improve performance and promote innovation within your team. The second reason why people are afraid of delegating is the fear of losing control. Remember, the part of delegating is choosing the right person or people for the task and also looking at their skill sets and capacity. And to mitigate any issues, schedule regular check-in calls with the team or the people that you delegated work to. But remember, don't micromanage and let your team be innovative and work on their own. And the third, and I think the most common reason why people don't delegate is the one that I hear the most, which is that nobody can do it as good as me attitude. Well, that might be the case the first, second, or third time, but eventually this team or individual will master that process and maybe even do it better than you are doing it. So these three reasons that I just went through must be familiar to you. So let's get over this DNA obstacle around delegation today so that we can get more time tomorrow. So if your task does not fall under the eliminate, automate, and delegate buckets, it'll fall down to the bottom of this funnel. So now let's ask ourselves, can this task be done now or can this task be done later? So for tasks that falls under the now category, we need to make sure that we concentrate and give ourselves enough focus time and eliminate distractions to complete these types of tasks. So if your task falls under the do later category in this funnel, which is what we call procrastination on purpose, these tasks will then go back up to the top of this funnel until one day it either gets eliminated, automated, or delegated. It'll go through the same focus funnel life cycle. But wait, you're probably asking yourself, I thought procrastination is bad. Yes, but there's a difference here. What's bad is when you procrastinate something that you should be doing. But what we're talking about is procrastinating or delaying something because now is not the right time. By doing this, it will allow you to multiply your time by giving yourself the emotional permission to spend time on things today that will give you more time tomorrow. Very simple. Again, give yourself the emotional permission to spend time on things today that will give you more time tomorrow. Now that we've covered the first step of becoming a force multiplier, let's go to the second step, which is eliminating or reducing multitasking from our workflows. With our fast-paced lives, multitasking has been a common and almost essential practice to get through our day today. But did you know, and it's pretty scary, that multitasking has a lot of negative impacts on our overall performance, productivity, and even our health. Even though multitasking has its uses for mundane and repetitive tasks, it's not advisable for more important or complex tasks. And you know what? The majority of the time, concentrating on one activity at a time and giving important tasks highest priority results in increased productivity. Contrary to popular belief, our brains are not built to handle multiple tasks simultaneously, and constantly switching between tasks can lead to cognitive overload, decreased focus, and increased forgetfulness. Correct. Increased forgetfulness. And if you don't believe me, here are some scary statistics. 1, on average, we check our phones 150 times a day. 2, we get interrupted every 15 seconds throughout the day at work. 3, 92% in the survey admitted they multitask during meetings. And listen to this, 41% admit doing it often. Now, what's the impact of all of this? Well, people's productivity drops by 40%, and it takes 50% longer to accomplish a task. And what's scarier, cognitively, it can lower your IQ by 15 points, which is equal to somebody staying up overnight. Scary, huh? Do some research and Google the effects of multitasking. Let's make multitasking an exception rather than the rule, and reduce or remove multitasking today to give you more time tomorrow. Now that we've covered the first 2 steps of becoming a multiplier, which is number 1, time management, number 2, reducing or removing multitasking from our workflows, we're coming to the third, which is delivering clear, concise, and simple communication. So if you've seen my other videos, delivering clear, concise, and simple communication has been a topic in most of my videos. Investing and developing a strong strategic communication plan is key. We all know that everyone have different learning and communication styles. Some are visual, some are formal, and you know what? And some are good with a basic email communication or even text. Does this mean we have to do all of these things when we're communicating? Well, we all process information differently, correct? So in short, the answer is yes. We should always be prepared to do all of these things for our customers. Communication is more than just verbal transmission of information from one person to another. It's more than that. It's about connecting to the people they are working with in written, visual, verbal, and nonverbal way. The connection element when communicating effectively could lead to increased productivity, improved collaboration, and reduce meetings, and ultimately save you time and budget. So just to recap, the 3 simple tips that I covered today is number 1, time management. Number 2, reducing or removing multitasking from our workflows. And number 3, delivering simple, concise, and clear communication. Give these 3 tips a try and let me know how things go by commenting below. If you enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe and like button below so you don't miss any future videos from me. I hope to see you again.